We are looking at the deep tropics. Here's the satellite across the basin. If you look, you might not notice much, but I'm going to highlight two areas for you here, one in the orange and then one in the red. The one in the red, this wave has a high chance of development in the next week. The one in orange has just a medium chance over the next 7 days. So here's what you need to know. Across the deep tropics, it's just these two areas right now. One in red has a 70% chance, probably becoming a tropical storm by the weekend or early next week. And I do think next week could become a hurricane. There's a wave just south of it, as I just showed you. That one, the odds are decreasing, and I think now tonight that wave probably will fall apart before it even has a chance to develop. All right, here's the latest with Francine. 8 o'clock advisory, 65-mile-an-hour sustained winds. It's a slow mover still. It's just starting to get its act together. Now, if you look on the south and east side, there's not a lot of convection, a lot of storms. Remember, when you look at these satellites, when you see them on the news or online or on your phone, this is not radar. I get asked this all the time, so I'm going to keep mentioning this. I know it's, if somebody keeps asking, I know maybe some of you are always wondering. This is not showing you the radar or storms or anything. This is just showing you how cold the cloud tops are, so basically how big the thunderstorms are. So notice there's no thunderstorms on the east side of the storm. It's very lopsided still. That will change as we go forward, but how that's going to indirectly influence our weather, this is the water vapor imagery now. So this is dry air, this is moist and humid air. Notice this front that's been over Florida. That's why we've had all the storms. Today we had kind of a flow aided by that tropical storm that put a little more moisture into Florida. Once the hurricane moves north, it will pull it front north with it, and the rain chances will go down as we head into the weekend. This will rapidly intensify. It's actually not over the hottest part of the Gulf, but there's plenty of ocean fuel there for this thing to strengthen. The latest forecast cone has a Category 2 hurricane making landfall, sustained winds of 100, gusts to 120. If anything, this is shifting further east, which would put areas like Baton Rouge and New Orleans on the east side of the eye, and then from there the remnants going up towards southeast Missouri and southern Illinois by Friday into Saturday. So here's the latest with the cone and the spaghetti models, and I want you to notice, interestingly, a handful of them are doing this really funky right turn over Tennessee, then back towards Florida. Don't know the last time I've seen that, so we'll watch that trend tomorrow. I don't think much of it tonight, but notice how the spaghetti models continue to shift east closer to New Orleans in Baton Rouge. Rain will be significant, potentially 15 to 25 inches of rain. This is one of our in-house computer models. It's either 21 inches of rain west of the center. Here's the storm surge from Francine, potentially 5 to 10 feet east of the track. Lake Pontchartrain right now maybe 2 to 4 feet, but again, if anything, I think this track will move east, which could dramatically increase the storm surge in New Orleans, Lake Pontchartrain, in towards the mouth of the Mississippi River, and landfall again there Wednesday afternoon and evening. I will show you the updated Fox model for the storms tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday afternoon, coming up at 10:45. But once that hurricane goes north, notice our rain chances come down. It'll drag the front that's over Florida and push it back up into Georgia. So there will be some changes in how many storms we have once we get to about next Monday.